Hello everyone and welcome to our banking awareness, financial awareness revision session for the month of December. Let's get started. You look at the questions first, try to recall the answers and then look at me show you the answers. Okay, so here are your first five, try them. Okay. Okay, so the government has approved releasing 8,655 crore to three public sector banks, which are Allahabad Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, and UCO Bank. Google has recommended UPI-like service called FedNow to United States. Mastercard has announced an agreement to acquire RiskRecon to enhance the cybersecurity's capabilities. Government has said more than 10 lakh crore rupees have been disbursed under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana till November 1st, 2019. Let's see how much of it comes back. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said no MDR charges, merchant discount rate, will be applicable on transaction through homegrown, say, platforms like RuPay and UPI. That would be from beginning 1st Jan 2020. Let's try these now. Okay, here are your answers. RBI has approved on-tap licensing of small finance bank. On-tap is you do not really have to wait for a timeline. Once you are ready, you can apply for it. Rupees 200 crore is the minimum paid up voting equity capital required for opening SFB, which was I think earlier only 100 crores. SEBI has said that the voting right of LIC, SBI and BOB in UTI AMC Asset Management Company and UTI trustees shall be brought down to below 10% on or before 31st December 2020. Payment bank have also been allowed to apply for conversion into small finance bank after 5 years of completion of operation. Of course, the other eligibility norms should also meet. 8 West African countries, on Saturday, that was the news when it happened, agreed to change the name of their common currency to ECO. Earlier it was called CFA. Now it will be called ECO. And by that they are kind of severing their ties to their colonial ruler France. Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority IEPFA has signed an MOU with Bank of Baroda for investor awareness. Okay, let's try these. Okay, it is Karnataka Vikas Grameen Bank which has signed an MOU with social enterprise Selco Solar Light Private Limited for solar lighting and livelihood solutions. SBI will launch the OTP one-time password-based ATM withdrawal of about 10,000 during 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. from January 2020, adding one more layer of security. Andhra Bank has received the Best Performing Bank Award for Rural Self-Employment Training Institute RSCTI second rank for 2018-19. Ashok Leyland, an Indian automobile company, has entered into MOU with Yes Bank, an Indian private sector bank, for vehicle loan for a period of 2 years. Karnataka Bank has launched this KBL Express SB account, a digitized version of opening saving bank account through Tab banking facility on spot. Try these now. Okay, so it is Kotak Mahindra Bank which has tied up with Pine Labs to enable debit card facility for their debit card holder across point of sale terminals by these Pine Labs. In order to facilitate the flow of credit in MSME sector, Bank of Baroda, an Indian multinational public sector bank, has signed an MOU with the Gujarat government. India's leading private sector bank, HDFC Bank, has become the third company to cross the market capitalization of 100 billion. That's over 7 lakh crore after Reliance Industries and Tata Consultancy Services. Axis Bank and Indian Oil Corporation has entered into a partnership to launch co-branded credit cards. Mastercard, an American multinational financial service corporation, has tied up with Federal Bank to provide additional layer of security function called Mastercard Identity Check for digital transaction done by bank card holder. This new layer will be provided by using latest authentication standard called EMV3D Secure. Okay, move ahead, try these. Okay, so Vakrangi FinServe Limited has partnered with Union Bank of India, one of the largest government-owned bank, for 20,000 business correspondent point for next generation Vakrangi Kendra. Bank of Baroda has signed an MOU with Investor Education Protection, okay, to spread the customer awareness and investor education. We already saw this. Karnataka Gramin Vikas Gramin Bank and Indian Rural Bank has entered an MOU with Canara HSBC OBC, Oriental Bank of Commerce Life Insurance Company, for bank assurance. As per the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, nearly 78% depositor of the scam hit Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank have been allowed to withdraw their entire deposit, even though the ceiling of 50,000 on withdrawal continues. Walmart India, wholly owned subsidiary of Walmart Inc., has joined hand with HDFC Bank to launch co-branded credit card. Okay, let's try these now. Here are your answers. Smartphone manufacturer Realme launched its first financial services platform called Realme Paisa. The platform will provide certain products like loan, mutual fund, and credit score report to the consumer. PhonePe Private Limited, an Indian e-commerce payment system and digital wallet company, has crossed 5 billion transactions on its app. CPPIB, that's Canada Pension Plan Investment Board Credit Investment, a wholly owned subsidiary of CPPIB, has agreed to invest 225 million in India Resurgence Fund Platform, a distressed asset buyout platform set up by Piramal Enterprises Limited and Bain Capital Credit. Edelweiss Asset Management Company has launched India's first corporate bond ETF called Bharat Bond ETF. Remember this is important. This bond will invest only in bond rated AAA bonds of public sector companies. Zest Money, an artificial intelligence driven EMI equated monthly installment financing platform based in Bangalore, Karnataka, has partnered with Chinese smartphone company Xiaomi to launch the new loan service app called Me Credit in the Indian market. Try these now. Okay. Now again, CPB Investment Board, officially the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board, has agreed to invest up to 600 million in National Investment and Infrastructure Fund of India through NIIF Master Fund. MasterCard, an American multinational financial services corporation, has partnered with Thailand Tourism Authority (TAT) to tap more tourists from India and enable digital payment for more experiential visit from them. Now, FASTag, that is what will be offered free of cost by BlackBuck, that's India's largest online trucking platform, by partnering with private sector lenders like IDFC and Yes Bank. Aditya Birla Health Insurance Company Limited, a subsidiary of Aditya Birla Limited, has partnered with MobiKwik, a fintech platform, to offer affordable health insurance plan. One of their plan is Cancer Product Cover Plan. Okay, the International Finance Corporation (IFC), the arm of the World Bank, has anchored an investment round of 200 million in Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services Limited, a rural NBFC, with the objective to create a pool specifically for financing micro, small, medium enterprises in low income state. Let's try these now. Okay, so it is Niti Aayog which has released the second edition of Sustainable Development Goal India Index and Dashboard for the year of 2019 in New Delhi. India is expected to overtake Germany as the fourth largest economy of the world by 2026, as per the Center of Economics and Business Research, the 11th annual report titled World Economic League Table 2020. eBikre, that's the name of the auction platform in New Delhi in order to increase the transparency in auctioning of asset attached by bank. The platform is linked with Indian Bank Auction Mortgage Property Information Portal. NTPC, formerly known as National Thermal Power Corporation Limited, is in plan of adding 10 gigawatt on its own, energy generation capacity, solar energy generation capacity by 2022, with an additional investment of around 50,000 crore. The investment will be funded by the green bonds. Union Minister of Finance in its latest notification had made it mandatory to submit the proof of Aadhaar number of senior citizens who have invested in Pradhan Mantri Vay Vandana Yojana. Moving ahead, try these. Okay, here are our answers. Department of Fisheries of Government of India, NABARD, and Government of Tamil Nadu has signed the first tripartite MOA, Memorandum of Agreement, for implementation of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development Fund. Total outlay of the fund is 7,522.48. Initial concession finance of 420 crore, a number you will not forget, from NABARD will be availed by Tamil Nadu government in the first tripartite agreement. Under this initial concession, 3 fishing harbour will be developed. GEM, that's Government E-Marketplace, is a one-stop portal to facilitate online procurement of common use goods and services required by various government departments. It has signed an MOU with Bank of Maharashtra, UCO Bank, formerly United Commercial Bank, to provide a paperless, cashless and transparent payment system on its portal. The council, the GST council we mean, has rationalized tax rate to 18% on bags belonging to HSN code, woven, non-woven code and sacks of polythene or polypropylene strips or the like to 18%. GST council has decided to put uniform tax on lottery. Initially, I think it was 28% interest rate, and in state, within the state it was, I think, 18% if I remember correctly. So now anyways, you have to remember this is 28% throughout. Let's move ahead, try these. Okay, here are your answers. Tripura has recently set up its first special economic zone at an estimated cost of 1550 crore that will boost agro-based food processing industries. The Ministry of Finance has set up rupees 1.1 trillion monthly GST collection target for the remaining 4 months of the fiscal year and asked tax official to step up effort to achieve the goal. So you do everything to bring the economy down and then ask your tax authorities to collect more. Wonderful. 7th edition of Economic Census was launched in New Delhi. It is for the first time census is being conducted in digital platform named ICT. Now, Sushil Kumar Modi replaced Nirmala Sitharaman, Minister of Finance, as the head of the group of ministers on the integrated good and services tax stated by GST Council. Rajya Sabha passed the International Financial Service Center Authority Bill. The bill was passed to set up a unified authority to regulate all financial services in India. Okay, so that's IFSC, International Financial Services Center. So basically, you are catering to the customer outside your jurisdiction. Okay, let's try these now. Here are your answers. National Small Industries Corporation Limited (NSIC) has signed an MOU with Saudi Aramco Asia for the development of MSME sector in India in oil and gas sector. The fourth installment of PM Kisan financial support scheme due between the December 2019 and March 20 will be transferred only to Aadhaar linked bank account of more than 50 million beneficiaries. This is done to ensure it is there is no scam happening there. India's Exim Bank, Export Import Bank, has provisioned 500 million line of credit to Bangladesh for defense related procurement in the neighboring country. The 15th Finance Commission, headed by Nand Kishore N.K. Singh, has submitted its report for the financial year 2021 to President. The Commission actually sets the formula for sharing of taxes and other resources between centre and state. Arun Jaitley, former Finance Minister of India, was bestowed with the Economic Time Lifetime Achievement Award for Public Services 2019. Try these now. Okay, here are answers. HDFC Life Insurance, a long-term life insurance provider, has entered into partnership with Paytm, an Indian e-commerce payment system, to allow latest 450 million registered customers to purchase insurance product from HDFC Life. SBI General Insurance Company 16.01 paid-up share capital was acquired by Nepean Opportunities and Warburg Pincus Group owned Honey Wheat Investment. HDFC Ergo Insurance Company, India's third largest non-life provider in private sector, has launched My Health Women Suraksha Policy, a comprehensive medical insurance scheme specifically designed for women. Masatsugu Asakawa was elected 10th President of Asian Development Bank by the Board of Governors of ADB because Takehiko Nakao has resigned. AIIB, multinational financial institution, has decided to grant a loan worth 210 million for irrigation. That's 145 million going to West Bengal, and solar energy project 65 million going to Rajasthan in India. Try these now. Okay, here are answers. ADB, An international development financial institution has signed a 490 million agreement with Government of India for upgrade of roads in Madhya Pradesh. New Development Bank, which was formerly called BRICS Development Bank, has agreed to provide 100 million to India's National Investment and Infrastructure fund of funds that aims to raise about 1 billion to invest in up to 10 private equity fund managed by fund managers in India. ADB again has granted 250 million loan to energy efficiency services to improve energy efficiency investments in India. State Bank of India has signed a loan agreement worth 277 million, about 1958 crore, with KfW, a German state-owned development bank, for establishing an energy efficient housing program in India. Asian Development Bank, a regional development bank in India, has signed 206 million loan agreement with Government of India to develop water supply sewerage infrastructure in 5 cities. Here I have given you the answer already. Okay, try these now. Okay, here are your answers. The global property consultant Knight Frank released a report titled Global House Price Index. As per the report, India was ranked 47 out of 56 countries and Hungary had topped the list. The Forbes 2019 list of world 100 most powerful women, Nirmala Sitharaman was at 34th place, topped by, of course, Angela Merkel. I think it's 9th straight year. The United Nations Development has released its report, Human Development Report 2019, Beyond Income, Beyond Averages, Beyond Today, Inequalities in Human Development in 21st Centuries. As per the report, India is ranked 129th. It is topped by Norway. According to the Business to Consumer E-Commerce Index 2019 released by UNCTAD, India has moved 7 places up and ranked 73rd out of 152 countries. Index that measures the economy's preparedness to support online shopping with index score of 57.0. It was topped by Netherlands. RBI has also hiked the priority sector lending target for urban cooperative banks to 75% now, of the adjusted net bank credit equivalent amount of off-balance sheet exposure from the earlier 40%. Okay, let us try these now. Here are answers. The Financial Stability Report, you should know that it is released by our RBI. And according to the 20th issue of Financial Stability Report released by RBI, the gross non-performing asset ratio of all scheduled commercial banks can increase from 9.3 in September 2019 to 9.9 in September 2020. Reserve Bank of India has asked all primary urban cooperative banks to report all exposure, including all fund-based and non-fund-based exposure on the borrower of rupees 5 crore and above to the Central Repository Information on Large Credit maintained by RBI. The National Payment Corporation of India has announced a new recharge option for National Electronic Toll Collection. That is NETC FASTag through Bhim UPI. That's another option given now. The Reserve Bank of India has appointed Jammu and Kashmir Bank as the UTLB, the Union Territory lead bank convener of the newly formed Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Similarly, the State Bank of India will be the lead bank convening the UT Ladakh. Try these now. Okay, so the bank fraud have grown by almost 74% to reach 6,801 cases to the worth of 71,543 crore in 2018-19. In order to boost small value digital transaction, the Apex Bank, that's our RBI, has launched semi-closed prepaid payment instrument for transaction of goods and services up to a limit of 10,000. In a bid to protect the interests of consumer, Indian Central Bank (RBI) has set a limit of 50 lakh rupees on the aggregate lending to all borrowers across all non-bank financial company peer-to-peer lending platform at a time determined. Reserve Bank of India has decided to conduct simultaneous sale and purchase of government bond under open market operation mechanism, concept very similar to Operation Twist, something which was adopted by United States in 2013. RBI will buy bond over 10,000 crore of almost 6.45% maturing in the year 2019 and issuing bond worth 10,000 crore maturing in the year 2020. I think they have already had 3 rounds, but this is important to know that this is called Operation Twist. That is, you are basically buying the bond for the later years and you are issuing the short-term bonds. Okay, try these. Here are your answers. According to the annual report of Ombudsman scheme for 2018-19 released by RBI, the volume of complaints has increased to 1,95,901 complaints. That's up by almost 20%, 19.75% from the previous year. NPCI is an umbrella organization that works under RBI for operating retail payments. It has set up a subsidiary to take UPI model to other countries. We already saw that something what our NPCI is doing. Google has already recommended has asked US government to try something called FedNow. Reserve Bank of India has announced to provide an additional collateralized intraday liquidity facility for smooth operation of national electronic fund transfer on 24/7 basis. This facility is called liquidity support and it has become operational from 16 December. You can note down this date is very important. That's when your NEFT transaction became 24/7. RBI has tightened norm for asset construction companies by barring them to bilaterally buy asset from the bank, financial institutions, which is its sponsor, lender, or has subscribed to the fund raised by the IRC for its operation or an entity in the group to which ARC belongs. The Reserve Bank of India has allowed round-the-clock transaction facility under NEFT to all the customer on all days including weekend and holidays from December 16. This is what I told you. This liquidity support also keep in mind. Try these now. For the first time our forex reserve have crossed 450 billion. Indian Central Bank has taken big step to promote peer-to-peer sector by increasing the total loan limit among such lender 5 times to rupees 50 lakh. Apart from this, a single borrower can take a maximum of 50,000 from a lender. Reserve Bank has released the final guideline on facility to apply for on-tap licensing. This is what we started our session with. That's small finance 200 crore worth of the equity capital, right? Security and Exchange Board of India, the regulator for securities market in India owned by GOI, has entered into memorandum of understanding with Astana, that's in Kazakhstan capital, Financial Services Authority. National Stock Exchange, leading stock exchange of India, has launched interest rate option financial derivative contract whose values are based on underlying interest rate on 10-year government bond. Okay, try these now. Here are answers. MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, has set up a standing committee which consists of 28 members. It will be headed by former Chief Statistician Pranab Sen on economic statistics in order to develop methodologies in conducting surveys on industry, service sector and employment. Abraham Koshi is the chair of the advisory committee on investors protection and education fund formed by SEBI. IRDAI has chosen TL Alamelu. He will be heading the 10-member working group to make recommendation for loss prevention and minimization in general insurance industry. RBI has sharply reduced GDP forecast for the current financial year to 5% from the earlier estimate of 6.1%. Now Fitch has also kind of downgraded from 5.6 to 4.6. 1 point they have taken it down. Here are some more forecasts. Give it a try. This might sound, I find the entire GDP wala part a little irrelevant. Here if you will check the news, both Moody you will see they are there, and one I think it's on, this is on 16th December news, this is 14th December news. So one is talking about 5.6, the other is talking about 4.9. Asian Development Bank is talking about 5.1. IMF is still very optimistic, which even our RBI is not, so that's like 6.1% still. CRISIL is a global analytical company providing rating and risk and policy advisory. It is talking about 5.1%. Okay, so with that we come to an end of our banking awareness, financial awareness session for the year 2019. I wish you all the best for your upcoming exam. I think I'll try to do at least one more session and may even do couple of sessions for your revision. So I'm left with, I understand I'm left with 16th December till 12th Jan. This is the next planned session, and if I get time, I'll do another one, say most important questions for your clerk exam. Okay, so I'll see you again very soon. Keep studying, do all the revision, and I think your till 12 Jan all the PDFs will also be updated by latest by tomorrow evening. Okay, thank you very much.